If you go into a shop, I can take your card in a supermarket and go and swipe it twice. One for the machine and one for my own records. From this information, I can then reproduce another card. But it won't, online, you have to consider that when you're buying something online, your chip doesn't come into the picture. Your stripe doesn't come into the picture. Your card number, your expiry date, the address of your card, these become the important factors.
I mean, the risk for the number and the back 3-digit thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's called.
CVV.
Yeah, this is also still a risk even with the smart card.
No, the CVV is again, it's used for online transactions only. It's an extra form of identity for online only. Okay, the chip is to stop the cards being copied by using the magnetic stripe. That's what it's there for. When you use it online, again, you need to make sure that you're using known shops, vendors or merchants that you know that are famous. If you go and find your TV's $10 cheaper or $50 cheaper on another site, it's possible that site in the US doesn't really exist. It's a fake site, as per the video. So.
My question is that we've talked about shopping online, and the point I want to make is that okay, you want to secure your shopping by selecting the right company. You might go to the owner of the merchandise, like Macy's or whoever, and then from there you select the merchandise from that real store, I mean the department store, instead of going to the sub-stores or going to their distributors. They have a list, a link from their site. It tells you who's selling their merchandise. This way, at least you will be sure that you're going to a good company. Another way, I think, to do it is to tell the bank, and I've done that any goods that's been purchased through my credit card has to come to my address or don't process. If the one who's shopping and he put a different address than the one on the credit card, it won't be processed. This is another way of... there is one more comment I want to make, that we do all that, and at the same time we don't have a mechanism in our BC to check for Trojans. Problem that you have a window open and somebody is looking at every key you're punching on your computer, and that's a problem. A lot of
this is, I think, some kind of a spyware. There are some programs that you can.
Yes.
Of course, it doesn't. Nothing is 100% secure. This is a fact. But at least it will reduce, tremendously, the likelihood of السباي اللي كنت قاعد اتكلم عنه، اللي هو يكون في ويندو ما تدري عنها او شيء كذي. الانتي سباي وير هذه ممكن تفيد وايد صراحه.
Yeah, it will for sure. I have just one more comment. How long it's gonna take for companies in China or even in the US, I mean not companies, I mean hackers and crackers, to crack the chip now we have on our bank cards? A year? Two?
Actually, you know what? It's not a case of cracking the chip. There has been a couple of reported cases, which they've made they've changed the process where, at source, these machines that you see, KNPC machines, they're fitted at the manufacturing plant with the equipment needed in order to translate the information from the chips. So they've changed the process now and how they manufacture these. But like Hassan said, nothing is 100% secure, and if in my job I reached a point where I'm secure, the next day something new comes out, and it's a moving target.
There is an engineer now who works for the company that manufactures this chip.
Yes.
Now is being offered $1 million for the structure of the...
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I have one question. Here in KNPC or even through our mobiles, when we want to check something with our account, we enter the account number and we enter the PIN. Now these probably are stored in the records of the company or with the MTC, and somebody actually could look at these and know exactly how to get into our. Is that correct?
So actually, we're not talking about banking now. We're talking about Zain, for example.
No, I think it's a similar question to the gentleman, to Umar. Maybe a similar question. He was saying that what happened to the information that are kept in the stores, the credit card information that are kept in the stores. Are they being monitored, or is it a risk that this information can be compromised?
Okay.
Can I clarify?
Yeah.
Here in KNPC, I could dial my bank in BK, for example, and they will ask me to enter the account number and to enter my PIN. Then I can talk to an agent. Now, whatever I punched is stored in my telephone, and also is stored with the company in their server.
You mean the telecommunication company?
With KNPC.
Oh, with KNPC, okay.
Whatever I punch is stored right there. So theoretically, anybody who works in telecom, if they want, they can go and find what my account number and what my PIN is.
Yeah, no. This is
same thing with MTC.
It's the same thing for any IVR system. So the best place to dial an IVR system from is your mobile device. Okay, not landlines. So, because the mobile device has a higher level of encryption from end to end, and it's in your hand all the time. Because I could pick up Hassan's desk phone, and if I see 1801801, then 46445200, and some numbers, then another 4 digits, I know he's dialed Hela Watani. I know his card number, and at the end is going to be his PIN number. So, unfortunately, part of every IVR system is carried over a public network, whether it's telephone, mobile, etc. Therefore, you need to pick the most secure one, because you, at the end, need to carry out your services. So therefore, the mobile is the preferred one of choice, to be honest.
Well, I'm sorry, but I disagree.
Well, okay, go on.
I think the land is more secure than the mobile, because the mobile, you are using GSM. When we used ATAC or analog in the past, if you have a high frequency scanner, you can get and listen at the tune and record it. With GSM, it's a digital, but there are devices now being developed to decrypt digital GSM, and I've designed myself a decoder that decodes GSM transmission. And if I am next to you, within like 100-meter radius, I can listen to the tunes you are sending through your GSM, and gives you all the numbers that's been entered.
No, that's fine. Again, I'm still sticking to my point. GSM scanning and listening equipment, firstly, you can't even get it into this country. The only people that will have it are government services. To buy it anywhere around the world, you need to be government services to listen in on the lines. The encryption technology on mobile phones is far superior, because they have different levels of encryption to landlines. But my point is this, is that my mobile phone is in my pocket. I've just done my IVR, and I put my phone in my pocket. Okay? There's my phone, it's in my pocket. Hassan's just used his desk phone, and he's left his desk. Which one's more secure? I go to his desk, I look at his screen, I see the numbers. Can you get in my pocket and take my phone? Okay? What we're looking at is opportunists. If I'm going to go to the extent of buying GSM tracking equipment and listening in, I'm going to be at a different level. Why am I going to want one person's card number? You have to weigh out this probability of everything, okay? You can spend millions of pounds and buy equipment to listen in. There's equipment that will listen in on a complete phone call from start to finish. But from a personal perspective, consider yourself as a customer. My phone's in my pocket, I keep it with me, okay? The desk phone is I can't carry it with me. So if you're using IVR, it's better to use your mobile. And also your mobile is where your SMS messages go to. It's the main point of contact. Okay?